Morning and welcome again to another Making Mondays Matter. I hope that we all had a wonderful weekend and we are ready for yet another week. It is the final week in February, believe it or not. We are rapidly approaching the first quarter of 2020. This morning, I want for us to take a look at the subject of risk and reward. It is always often said that with great risk come great reward. And that is true. Most of the great achievements throughout history required some level of reward. To get to the top of Mount Everest, you need to have taken the risk of climbing up and even losing life. The risk of to discover new lands, you had to take the risk of going into the unknown. So all of these things speak to the fact that with great risks come great rewards. But often I know that persons, when you hear the word risk, especially when it comes to financial or even let's say personal stuff, many times we start to equate that with being reckless. And it is something that I recognize as I deal with persons over time, as most of you know that I am a business and life coach. They often see it as reckless, but we're not speaking about recklessness. Recklessness is really doing something without giving thought of the outcome. The type of risk that we are speaking about this morning is the calculated risk, the risk that you take with the expectation of achieving something better. For example, an easy example here would be if we wanted to get to the next side of the road, even if it's a busy highway, we need to cross that road. And to cross that road, since it is a highway, there is some level of risk. So what we normally do, we assess that risk. We look left, right, we look left again, make sure that there's enough space between us and the oncoming cars or there are no vehicles coming, and then we cross. So we assess the risk and then we take the action. The reward is that we have made it to the other side. And in life, there is not anything different. You simply assess what the risk is before you take action. But if you don't take action, if you see every risk as potentially reckless, if you see every risk as not worth taking because of fear or whatever, then your rewards are going to be very limited. So this morning, as we look at the two of these words that are often paired, risk and reward, remember that if you are going to achieve anything of significance, there will be some risk involved. One of my favorite subjects, health and fitness. If you want to get fitter, stronger, then you have to risk a little bit of discomfort. Those of you who would have started an exercise program know that when you start it, there are sore muscles. So you risk that. But your focus shouldn't be on the fact that you will be having some discomfort in the initial stages, but on the rewards that it will bring. And so even as we go through life, whether it's business, whether it's education, whether it's family, whether it's whatever it is, we need to assess that risk. But we must take action once we've assessed that risk if there's going to be any rewards. And remember, the greater the risk, the greater the rewards usually are. So let's not fear the risk this morning, friends. Let's simply assess them, see what's in it for us, if they are worth taking in the first place. Let's make every calculation necessary, and then let's take action and reap those rewards. We do it every day in a financial sense. If you put your money on a fixed deposit, if you buy bonds or shares, the brokers or whoever it is you deal with would tell you what the expected returns are. In most cases, they will tell you it's not guaranteed, but someone has calculated what the risks of investing in these particular instruments are and what the expected returns would be. But it is still a risk. And for those of you who've watched the financial situation over the last few years, we know that there's no guarantees there. And you can place all your money in what is you think of as a safe bet, only to lose it. But without risk, there can be little reward. So let's not fear the risk. Let's assess them, let's take them, and let's get those rewards. Until next time, this is David Hitz of Living Successfully Inc. for another Making Mondays Matter.